Okay, it's pretty fitting that I found that Yukari gif. I have a bunch more, but they spoil the later games. Well, specifically what Yukari looks like in the later games, so I will save them for then. But I think that's gonna stay there for the rest of these Touhou streams. Just Marissa at the top twerking and Yukari just like, what the fuck at the bottom? Anyways, hello everyone. We're back for more Touhou 7.5 Immaterial Missing Power. Hopefully we will finish it today. Yesterday, we were planning on finishing it, but, well, Remilia and Yuyuko sort of left me in a sour mood. Mostly just because I wasn't playing very well. So yeah, we will finish up Yukari's story, and finally we will unlock the final boss character, Suika. So, without further ado, let's get started. She has some pretty decent combos. Hadoken, backside, okay. And I mean, we're obviously going to be using the Shikigamis. So we have Ran Yakumo as our first spell card, and we have both Chen and Ran together. Chen actually has a sprite in this game, and it's adorable. She's so teeny. Hello, Scar. Blood-colored liquor. So Yukari's story is, in my opinion, the best in the entire game, and it's the one I'll always remember whenever I think about this particular Touhou game. Oh, the vampire passing by there. May I borrow a bit of your time? This is her house.
What is it? I was just about to go to sleep. So, how'd you get in here?
I mean, she can open a gap anywhere that can lead to anywhere. So, yeah, she probably just teleported in.
Let's switch topics for a bit. You wouldn't happen to have any quality sake, would you? Topics? Pretty inconvenient to switch it when there wasn't really one in the first place.
Denki Bran.
Brandy.
Another name for it, I guess.
What about it? I hope you're not going to suggest we drink the night away together.
I mean, I know we have a history, but... Why do I have to drink with you? I came here for your sake. Tomorrow is the banquet, after all.
Silly fool. I have no idea how you got in here, but I'll drive you out. What is a yokai but a miserable pile of drunkenness?
What could possibly be irritating your mood? A lack of potassium. Calcium. Always gotta be right. Always gotta have an answer, apparently. Ooh. Right, she has this automatic laser with no animation. You just hold the button and automatic laser. Yukari is definitely a weird character. Now let's talk about her gameplay. She is weird. She has a lot of moves that are very unorthodox, like that laser. She can also open up a portal. Ooh, there was the Manji parasol. And that drops a tomb. Ooh, I remember that move being pretty good. Anything with aerial is great. Bad Lady Scramble. Okay. Now, I don't think she has it in this game, but Yukari does get the ability to teleport from one side of the screen to the other. It's great crowd control. So basically you just double tap on one side of the screen and then you automatically go to the other side. Apparently she doesn't have it in this one, sadly. Whee! Ooh, that was a close one. Trying to do the Manji parasol, but I'm not really doing it correctly. Oh well, at least I'm dropping tombs. She's dropping the graves. The fact that she fights while also holding a parasol at the same time is kind of, it's kind of interesting. It's very commendable, really. At this point, she's pretty much fighting with just one hand. Although she is hitting people with the parasol. With horrible range, apparently. Nope. Trying to find a decent combo. Oh, that was mostly my fault. I dashed right into it. And I was almost about to do it there as well. So she can open portals. One of them can absorb projectiles, and then the other shoots out the projectiles. At least in the other games. I'm not... Ooh, she has teleport! She has a teleport move. How did I do that? Alright, well there's the portal that absorbs. And it's the white portal that shoots out the projectiles. Essentially, the logic is that it shoots out the projectiles that it absorbed. So she's using your own moves against you. There we go. That move is pretty good. Wow, I am not used to Remilia only having one spell card. The sun is rising.
No helping it. If it's just brandy, I'll share some.
Really? It's fine. You got a soft spot after all. ...
That warm fire has taken your life and vanished.
You're mopping the floor with... I know, right? Compared to Remilia and Yuyuko, I am doing really well with Yukari. Apparently my best characters is Yomu and Yukari. And Sakuya, but Sakuya is really just broken in these games.
The transient fire vanishes by the hand of the scarlet wind. Oh, the magician passing by there.
May I borrow a bit of your time? Yeah, so there's a trend with these battles.
Who is it? How'd you manage to get all the way over here?
Oh, right, she doesn't know who Yukari is.
By singing.
A drifter. Seems right enough.
You have some nice sake as well. This isn't some bar on the outskirts. If you're a drifter, try somewhere else.
Von Allen.
Wine. I came here to pick it up.
That's too sudden. I'm bringing it to today's banquet anyway.
Wait, you're not even invited.
Apparently the only thing that everyone knows about Yukari is that she's not invited to anything. Man, poor Yukari. At least she has Ran and Chen with her. She has the two fluffers.
It's not too sudden. Look, I've even brought a note of advance notice.
She just throws it in Alice's face. So one thing I didn't get to mention yesterday when playing through Remilia's story, and something that I did want to mention when we encountered Yukari as Remilia, is that those two do have a really neat connection in the fact that the whole spell card rules, which is the lore reasoning as to why all the characters fight using bullets, and why the games are usually structured as shooters, is because of those spell card rules. In the context of the world itself, those rules dictate that no one can harm each other through lethal means, and that all battles must be done via bullet patterns and strict dodging. So basically you fight each other using these magical bullets called Danmaku, and once you defeat your opponent, that is that. If you have some sort of overpowered or OP ability that allows you to, say, kill anyone in any disclosed manner, or, you know, manipulate the border of any sort of concept like Yukari, you are not allowed to use those abilities. These are supposed to be fair fights, and it allows people, even like humans, to win. Hence why Reimu and Marissa, despite not having crazy abilities, well, Marissa more so than Reimu, they are able to still beat final bosses and characters like Yukari. Or Alice, for that matter, as Alice is also pretty powerful too. So it's basically like a limiter. It's a limiter that allows people to actually fight and combat in this world full of monsters and gods and deities. I don't think having that note really changes. I always love whenever we beat up Alice, her doll just hangs herself. It's like she's so sad, poor Horai.
And with this, I've taken the wine as well.
She's just taking everyone's drinks.
Wine as well? Are you taking something else?
We are stealing your precious thing, Alice. Watch out. Marissa isn't the only one.
Well, let's see. How about that fragile-looking biscuit?
My biscuit!
Biscuit? Why would there be a biscuit anywhere?
Plot twist, the doll is the biscuit. So, about Remilia and Yukari, the origins of those rules involved what is known as the vampire incident, which is not Touhou 6. Strangely enough, this was before Touhou 6, and Remilia is believed to be the one that caused the vampire incident. Essentially, vampires went rampage in Gensokyo, and it caused a lot of bloodshed. So Yukari and Reimu devised these spell card rules and placed them all over Gensokyo so that everyone would follow them. And it just stuck. There's a lot of other implications to it as well, but first, dialogue. Below the stone without a drop of blood, below the eternal stone. Oh, the half-ghost passing by there. May I borrow a bit of your time? Hello. These two know each other. Oh, Lady Yukari. Although it's normal for you, you're always so sudden. My, what a greeting. Shall I tattle to you, Yuko? 30% yes, 80% no. I didn't even say anything bad. By the way, you had some fine sake with you. Fine sake? I'm not sure if it's fine, but I do have some for tonight. Debrogal Wave. It's unrefined sake. Stop putting words into my mouth. It's for tonight, so I can't give it to you. Now, don't be stingy. I'm gonna steal it from ya. So yeah, Yukari and Reimu devised these spell card rules, and it works in the benefit of pretty much everyone. With these rules, humans are basically safe from any sort of untimely death in Gensokyo. And the whole reason for Gensokyo's existence, as I mentioned in previous parts, is it is a place where things that are forgotten can still exist and thrive. So yokai, gods, and demons who have lost faith or fear, which are their life force essentially, they can live in Gensokyo without that worry. Because the world was made on the basis that humans, specifically in human settlements like the human village, would continue to live in fear of the yokai and monsters, and also bring faith to gods, although that's not a concept that is in these games yet. That is eventually. But the whole yokai being based off of fear and humans having that fear for this world is a thing. Wow, Yomu's not giving me any time to attack her. There we go. But yeah, it benefits the humans, but it also benefits the yokai because having non-lethal rules allows them to, not kill the humans, so that these humans can survive and live and continue to fear them. It is a system that has worked for over 1,000 years, and if there's anything that upsets the system, usually the Shrine Maiden Reimu is supposed to resolve them, aka these yokai incidences. Although these yokai incidences are usually following the rules, so Reimu pretty much just beats up the people who are responsible for the current catastrophe, or incident as they like to call it. Dang it, I tried to activate my spell card, but she got me. Yeah, it's Yomu and Marissa that usually gives me a lot of trouble. And it's always their first spell card. Oh man, if I have to fight Marissa, which I'm pretty sure I might have to, that's gonna be a pain. There's not many characters in this game, so there's relatively you'll end up fighting almost everyone. Especially if it makes sense for that character to fight said character. And since Marissa does end up fighting Yukari in the seventh game, well, looks like we're gonna have to wait for that. But yeah, I'm really glad to be finishing with this game and eventually moving on to the next Touhou fighting game. Well, not after this. We'll still have to get through the first games in between. But yeah, once we get to Touhou 10, we'll be able to play 10.5, which is one of my favorite fighters in the franchise, although the very recent fighters, which uses a brand new gameplay mechanic, where everyone is floating in the air instead of being on the ground, I actually like those ones too. But yeah, 10.5, Scarlet Weather Rhapsody. Great fighting game. Implements auto combos, makes comboing much easier, I feel. Characters are a lot faster, and the whole graze mechanic too. Well, graze has been a thing in this one too, but it's the dash mechanic. Dashing in this game is basically just a small little dash, and when you try to dash through the air, it's a very small, distant dash that only lasts for a couple seconds. In 10.5, whenever you dash in the air, it's almost like you're flying. You're essentially floating through the air for as long as your magic meter can hold you, and you essentially just dodge everything that's thrown at you. Projectiles, physical attacks, all of that. Some would say it's a little broken, I would say it's fun. Speaking of broken, jeez. I know I'm about to lose my magic meter, but Yomu isn't doing anything. She's just standing there. Menacingly. Well, not anymore. Ooh, that actually broke my magic meter. Okay. I love the little ding noise that it makes whenever you get more magic back. It's a ding! Wow, that was such a good attack, Yomu. Good job. Looks like I was just standing there menacingly. And finally, I obtained unrefined sake. Are you coming to tonight's banquet, Lady Yukari? I'm going today. I wasn't invited, though. Then please bring that sake with you. I'm planning on bringing along someone else with me. It'll definitely be lively. So yeah, she's just going all around stealing the alcohol from every single character who's going to the banquet. Kirisame's liquor. Ooh. Speaking of Marissa. Towering stone tower, rolling town of machines. I know I'm supposed to sing this, but I don't sing. I have horrible vocal tones, okay? I do not sing. You cannot expect me to sing. Unless you want me to sing horribly. In which case, that is probably the joke. Oh, the human passing by there. May I borrow a bit of your time? Hello. We haven't met yet, but we will eventually. What? Nani? I'm about to head out, does it? Head out? To the shrine, you mean? The banquet does start tonight, does it? Wait, you're coming too. Or you're coming too? I never knew you were... I never know where you are, so I didn't invite you. Ouch. Why not just give the invitation to Yuyuko and tell her to, just give it to Yukari? Let's switch topics for a bit. You have some cheap sake, don't you? Yes, we're totally going to switch topics. I am not going to dwell on that thing that will obviously make me angry. It's decent sake, what about it? Mysterious sochu. Normal sochu. Don't make it seem like some weird drink. I mean, it's coming from a witch, so I would expect something very fancy. I came to take that. I can't let you drink it now. I'll have nothing to bring with me for tonight if you do. And she's so happy about it. If you don't stop complaining and refuse to hand it over, I'll make it so you can't get out of the forest. And she can. She totally can. Manipulate the border between distance and relative, and now you can't escape. I don't think there's ever been a case where she's done that, but it is entirely possible for Yukari to do something like that. Heck, she can manipulate the flow of time itself if she wanted to. And she has. Look forward to Touhou 8 to when that happens. These things do not twist in this game. Ah, there it is. I was trying to find a teleport. Oh. Apparently, this teleport doesn't give me the ability to do an attack. Yeah, I am way too used to 10.5. Whee! I'm just floating. I'm just floating inconspicuously. Speaking of floating inconspicuously, I hate this spell. Wow, that actually worked. Eep. I forgot she just brings out stop signs. Part of being able to open a portal that leads anywhere, anytime, has its benefits, as you can see. Eep. Good thing those stars don't hurt me. Then again, they probably hurt on normal mode. Keep in mind, I am still playing on easy, and as we've seen from the other playthroughs, there's a good reason for that. I'm debating on whether or not I will play 10.5 and 12.5, I think it's 12.3 actually. I'm debating on whether or not I'll play those games on normal or hard mode. Obviously not easy. I have completed Scarlet Weather Rhapsody on normal at least. And I'm decent in those games, specifically because of the dash mechanic. Just don't ask me to be good at PvP, though. PvP in those fighting games is a little, it's something. I tried practicing the other day with Hiso Tensoku, which is 12.3, and I got my butt handed to me by the AI. AI does not mess around in that game. Wow, Marissa, way to spam. I mean, I like to spam too, but jeez. But yeah, I'm not good at those games, apparently, when it comes to just normal battling. I'm great with the story mode and spell cards. Story mode and spell cards in those games are really, really fun. Oh. Wow, those stars just kept going and going. What's this? Master... Oh, Master Spark! It's like fighting Yuka. I did not see it coming until the last minute. Good thing I managed to block that. Marissa with her huge laser. Her huge badonkadonk laser that actually pushes me backward. Although it did remind me of Yukari's walking animation. Like, put him up with her hands. Still kind of wish her sprite had the long hair instead of the short hair. I mean, it's not short hair. She's tucking it all under her hat, even though theoretically that wouldn't work because she has a lot of long hair, along with red ribbons tied to it. Yeah, how does that work? Well, then again, she can open gaps wherever she wants, so I guess she's opened a gap inside of her hat so it can keep all of her hair in it. You know what? I would probably do that if I had her abilities. It'd make it easier to hide bed hair. I wonder who'll pass by me next. So you're coming to the banquet after all. If I don't have that sake, it'll be a problem for me, though. I'm going to the banquet, but don't worry. Don't worry. Nobody's going to bring any sake tonight, aside from me and a certain other. So yeah, her plan is to take all the sake and force Suika out of hiding herself. I mean, Yukari can essentially just go to where Suika is herself right now or at any point throughout the day. But she wants to play the difficult game. She is complicated and she likes to be complicated. She always takes 3 steps to make 1 left. The crumbling castle of the sand melting away is the kingdom of the earth. Oh, the shrine maiden passing by there. May I borrow a bit of your time? I'm surprised she didn't fight Sakuya, considering they did meet. My, what is it today? Hey, you're the one passing by. Or you're the one passing by. My, you're the first to point that out, Reimu. True, true. I guess Reimu is just that good. Everyone is just slow, so what do you want? Let's switch topics for a bit. If I recall correctly, you have some pretty good sake, too. I do have some normal sake. It's sake for tonight. Jinjoshu. Yeah, it's probably Jinjoshu. I'm not even fighting it. But it's from the outside, so it's imported sake. She got sake from the real world. Let's put that into perspective. The Hakure border keeps Gensokyo away from the outside world. It's basically a border that separates those 2 worlds away from each other. And I distinctly remember there is a lore reason as to why Reimu gets the liquor from the outside. It's because her shrine, there is a copy of this shrine in the outside world somewhere, and it's a dilapidated shrine. But on occasions, humans do go there to visit it, and they leave offerings of alcohol and sake. And for some reason, it ends up being spirited away into Gensokyo, into Reimu's shrine, because it's the exact same shrine. And Reimu just takes the alcohol. She just drinks it herself, even though it's supposed to be an offering to her god. Oh, Reimu. You are very, very silly and very blasphemous to your own religion. She is a Shinto priest, after all. Or shrine maiden. Yeah, it's probably Jinjosho, but it's imported from the outside. Mind handing it over?
What the heck? It's still being offered on the altar, so no. She doesn't care. It's sake. How do you think it ended up there when it did? I found it left in the household shrine. Isn't that how it goes? I wonder if there are any more gods in the outside world. Wait like 3 games from now. Wait 3 games from now and we will learn that answer. Apparently there are a lot of gods in the outside world. Heck, if you like to theorize, technically Jesus Christ is canon to the Touhou universe. He is a god from the outside because he is revered by humans in the current present. And because he has not been forgotten, his religion still holds. He still gains faith and power from the outside, so there's actually no reason for him to come to Gensokyo. Yeah, you know what? Jesus Christ is canon. Added that to the out of context quotes for my live streams. I like how I just punted her out of the fantasy seal. I like how I just used the lasers to get her out of the fantasy seal. This means nothing to me, Reimu. Nothing! I am your mother, after all. I'm not actually her mother, but some people like to say that Yukari is Reimu's mother. Or at least there's like a running theory. It's not really a theory with credentials, it's just a fun theory. Yukari does tend to act like Reimu's parental figure at the very least. I mentioned in Touhou 8 that Yuyuko and Yomu return, and they work together, and also Ramili and Sakuya. But that's because Touhou 8 works with tag teams as their player characters. So you have the human character and their yokai partner working together to solve the incident. Because apparently the incident is so serious that it requires the help of yokai alongside the humans. And yokai that are actually very important and popular and powerful. So in Touhou 8, Reimu and Yukari end up working together. Also because they're both, they both are in charge of the Hakure barrier, which keeps the outside world and Gensokyo away from each other. And they're also in charge of, well, Reimu is in charge of looking after Gensokyo. Yukari, sort of. I mean, she created Gensokyo, so yeah. But yeah, from then on, Yukari has made the habit to, whenever she appears, she usually aids Reimu. I almost called her Rebu, gosh. Usually aiding Reimu in her endeavors and solving incidences that end up being a little too much even for Reimu's standards. Like Touhou 11, it's not just Yukari, but a bunch of other yokai aid both Marissa and Reimu together. And Yukari being what? Wow, okay. Evil Ceiling Circle is actually pretty powerful. Do not get juggled by it. Do not guard in the middle of Evil Ceiling Circle. I know it's called Exorcism Border, but this is essentially just Evil Ceiling Circle. Or, I'm sorry, Yokai Ceiling Circle as it's known now. That's been a translation in the TH crap files, or TH crap localizations, for quite a while. I'm still used to the old name, though. Yin Yang King. I don't think we've seen this before. And I guess we never will. Never mind. Just a giant yin yang that actually gets rid of my guard. Yukari, why would you teleport inside of the yin yang? My umbrella has a pointy. There is actually a very defined point on top of the umbrella. It's actually kind of terrifying. And sacred sake I have received. You know, everyone's just already here. What's the point of taking the sake? For drinking at the banquet, of course. Well, that's true, but let's look forward to tonight's banquet. It'll definitely be fun. Yeah, you're gonna have a party that's made for drinking and no one will have any alcohol. Ooh, this won't end well. Just imagine that. Finely aged wine, Elder Phantom.
don't mind me just casually manipulating the border between night and day for no apparent reason. No one is here, I just wanted to do it. It is a cool backdrop, though. It's also in line with her theme song in this game. Night falls, evening star. A contradiction that only Yukari can have. Still a shame, though, that we didn't get to hear her Touhou 7 theme song, Necrophantasia, beforehand. That is such a good song! Only the sky is the same azure that it ever was. The kingdom in ruins, leaving the mountain and rivers. Don't remind me of mountain and rivers with this character. Ugh. That'll become apparent later. I am not looking forward to reading the first Touhou manga, but I have to, if I want to actually get context for that story, for like the first time ever. Oh, Yuyuko, it hasn't been too long, has it? Ayy. So the penultimate final boss for Yukari is Yuyuko. That makes sense. What's the matter? You're causing quite the commotion before the banquet. What do you think is the matter? You don't intend to start the same old banquet now, do you? I do, and always did intend to. You're really slow, Yuyuko. I thought you might have started taking action, but... Well, I mean, this is your story, so you're the one who knows everything and what's going on. Yuyuko is dense here. I wonder what you're talking about. Although, to be fair, who knows? Maybe Yuyuko does know what's going on, but she's not doing anything about it. She is the type of person to just play the idiot. She is playing the fool. She's the Nobunaga of this franchise. The fool of Owari. Let's switch topics for a bit. That sake you have there, it's really old, isn't it? Not at all. Its best before date is still thousands of years away. Or is it thousands of years old? Since you're not making efficient use of it, I'll have you hand it over. My. And I wanted to enjoy it with everyone tonight. Of course, everyone will be drinking tonight. Are you going to poison it? Maybe. The opposite. I'll be removing the poison. Sharp as ever. I guess the fact that I put it in from the beginning was too obvious. Oh, she poisoned the drink. Wow, Yuyuko. That's definitely not a Yuyuko thing to do. You know what? Maybe she did that just so she can trap Suika in some way. I'm not sure, but I'm going to keep that in my headcanon. She did it specifically so that she can feed it to Suika in some way, or the mastermind behind these feasts. It just doesn't make much sense that Yuyuko wouldn't realize that something is wrong yet. Again, it is supposed to be Yukari's story, so everyone is just playing dense, or they are dense. The canonicity between all the storylines isn't really that apparent in this game. Like, someone's story has to be canon, but there's too many contradictions to where not everyone can happen. Like, not every story can happen. My guess is that Reimu's is canon and possibly Suika's story. Although I like to think that Yukari's story is also canon in some way because I just like the fact of her just going all over the place, stealing everyone's alcohol. Hey, Druid. Oh gosh, it's the ghost! Druid is one of the spirits that are falling. Don't worry, Druid. You will return to the earth, just as every Druid will. Trailing Lily of Hagugokido. I like the spell card. Mostly because of the animation that Midas T made. Which, by the way, I completely forgot to play that at the beginning of this stream. Oh well. We'll play it after Yukari's story. Surprised I'm not using more of my long-range abilities. That is so stupid. There is no animation for that ability. Like, you just need to stand there menacingly for a good 2 seconds and then it activates. Or, you know, float menacingly. But you know what? Very in line with Yukari as a character. She is menacing in nature. Okay, this is going a little too far. This is taking too long. Alright, you don't have to do that. You don't have to block everything. There we go. I just realized she might have an extra spell card since she's the rival character, or since she's the penultimate character. I just realized Yukari didn't actually have a rival character, so Demystify Feast did not play here for some reason. Alright, well, we're gonna have to activate her spell card. Ran Yakumo! Now we shall yeet the Ran. Spin! Go, Ran, go! Good job, Ran! Can I pause to see Ron's face? I see it. I see it a little bit. Oh, yeah! There she is. Ran is so unamused right now. I like how she's just content with her existence as something that, you know, Yukari just yeets at people. It's very fitting. She's just happy to be used. Whee! Heck, in Touhou 8, Ran is part of Yukari's shot type. She's the homing property of the shot type, and whenever Ran homes in on an enemy, she just yeets towards them and continuously spins in front of them. It's kind of hilarious. They did a good job with Yukari in that game. It's a shame that you don't get to see Chen, though. Chen isn't a part of Yukari's shot type. Although, to be fair, Chen isn't Yukari's Shikigami. She's Ran's Shikigami. A Shikigami of a Shikigami. Yeah, it makes sense. Also, it was only until recently that I actually discovered that no, Bleach isn't the one that has the Shiki... Wow, that did a lot of damage, actually. Bleach isn't the one that has Shikigami, it's Shinigami that are in Bleach. What I was thinking of was Naruto, who had Shikigami. Although I wouldn't have known that, considering it's only used in the Japanese version as the name of Conan's ability. Her ability to turn into paper and become paper. Which, by the way, is a broken ability? Oh yeah, this is definitely new. Late sparkle of a purple lily. Okay. It's actually... Oh, there's a laser. Ooh, okay. Interesting. This is like Yuyuko's version of Pandemonium. It's very reminiscent of her final spell in Touhou 7. When she's being taken over by the evil cherry tree. Or again, something happens. I'm not sure if it's the evil cherry tree or if it's just... It really doesn't make much sense. Or at the very least, it's never explained. Although this is much easier than Pandemonium, mostly because you just have to worry about two things. Taste my fan. Nice. Also, as a word of warning, you know, like, really late into the stream, but I've lowered the quality of the stream since last time. Mostly because of the crash that happened at the end of last session. So hopefully it's not too blurry, the game itself. And with this, I think all the people who might have brought sake are now empty-handed. Great, now no one will be able to drink at the party.
What might you be up to?
You already know, Yuyuko.
Drinking sake with everyone, right?
Oh, she did know. She did know. Yeah, she was playing the fool. She is Nobunaga. Yeah, Yuyuko is straight up just the Nobunaga of the series. You know, if Nobunaga was silly.
She might be more of the Hideyoshi, now that I think about it.
Silly, but actually very cunning. She plays the fool, so. Liquor of overflowing fantasy. Let's do it. We got all the drinks. No drinks for you. No alcohol, my friend.
Now then, it's about time
to end the fun and games.
Yukari, what's up? I don't mind you pulling strings and gathering everyone, but if you don't stop soon, they're going to start noticing. I mean, they already noticed. Oh, I'm sorry, in an alternate universe where those storylines took place, they all noticed.
There's no way they noticed. And even if they did, I'm an Oni. I have nothing to fear.
Even if every single one of them went against you? Ooh, I'd love to see that.
What are you up to?
You know the sake for the banquet today? There isn't any. What do you think will happen at this rate if you don't bring any sake to the banquet? Well, Ran might attend the banquet and everyone will beat her up because they'll know that she's working for Yukari. Or Chen, poor Chen. You'll be killed, Yukari. My, that might be so. But what if I say that you drank it all? Even if it's me, there's no way I couldn't finish it all myself. You accomplice! No fair, that's cheap! No matter how anyone looks at it, there's a nice little sake-loving Suika. Wonderful, isn't it? Everyone will become enemies, enemies to me and you. Even though it's always like this, I gotta say your tricks are dirty. Would Yukari be classified as chaotic neutral or lawful evil? I know I stated that Reimu was lawful evil or lawful good. Was it lawful good or lawful evil? I'm pretty sure it's lawful evil. Because of the whole fortune teller thing. And, you know, the whole I don't mind needlessly killing things. But I'm not sure about Yukari. She has many layers to her. Now you have no other option save for appearing before everyone. And if you do, your ability's cover will be blown. Banquets will happen according to everyone's own wills from then on. So that was her plan.
But even if I show myself, aren't we going to stay as their enemies? Because you're the one who stole everyone's sake, right?
My, that might be so. ... But no need to worry. Your gourd creates banquets. Won't it pour out all the sake everyone wants? Everyone will be overjoyed. Ah.
I found a better way.
Will you play innocent?
I'll blame it all on Yukari.
Yeah, she saw that coming.
Actually, I have a feeling that it was all your fault in the first place. I'll take you along with that sake to everyone else.
Yeah, aren't we like best friends? Although, to be fair, Yukari and Yuyuko do fight on a daily basis. Or not daily basis, but at a common basis. Sportily fighting, after all. Ooh, that's a large gap. That's what I said to her? You know, everything is a gap joke with Yukari. That's why they call her the Gap Hag. Oh no, I'm being spirited away. Spirit being spirited away. I can't tell if that's ironic or just fate. It was fated for me to enter into Gensokyo. And honestly, I hope we're following with 14.5 logic when I'm being spirited away. I end up visiting Gensokyo and everyone's really nice to me and we all have fun adventures together. And hopefully it's not like the Dolls of Pseudo Paradise version of being spirited away. The drama CD that Zune created around the time Touhou 6 came out, where the story revolved around humans who got transported to Gensokyo via spiriting away, and it essentially became a mystery novel. Or was it a mystery? It was a thriller novel where there was a killer on the loose and everyone was being killed off one by one, and it was actually very gruesome and dark. The setting and concept of Touhou's world does lead to a lot of gruesome material when you really want to make use of it. Like I said, the Dolls of Pseudo Paradise story is pretty much just an Agatha Christie novel. And when you really look deep into how the metaphysics of the world works, Yukari does spirit away humans who are forgotten in the human world to be eaten and used as sacrifices for the yokai. And that's not even counting all the other really dark stuff that happens in later games.
Heck, if we want to say something that's dark, Touhou 17 is basically just a Shin Megami Tensei game. Well, more like it's the post of a Shin Megami Tensei game where the protagonist has taken the chaos route. Actually, no. I'm wrong. It's a Shin Megami Tensei game where the protagonist has taken the law route, and then the game ends with us fulfilling the chaos route. Yeah, Touhou 17 is a very interesting beast. Beast. The game is wily beast and weakest creatures, and in my opinion has a fantastic story full of very intriguing characters and a great conflict. Heck, one of my top 10 songs from Touhou is from that game, and it's the final boss theme. It used to be my favorite final boss theme until Touhou 18 happened. A lot of people don't really like Touhou 18's final boss theme, Unconnected Marketeers. But I fell in love with it the minute I heard it. Even if it doesn't really have a very coherent chorus, I still feel like it's done rather well. It's climactic, it's almost melancholic, but also hopeful at the same time, which fits COVID-19 Shan, as I like to call her sometimes. Tenkyuchimata, the god of the marketplace, who was forced to relocate into Gensokyo after the 2020 pandemic happened, which closed down all the markets. All the physical markets, which was basically the source of her power. While that's not necessarily what happened exactly, the reasons for her leaving Gensokyo, or the reasons for her leaving the outside world was because physical marketplaces were starting to become rare due to, online shopping. But I also like to think that 2020 COVID-19 pandemic had a say in it as well. I mean, it was just the right time. And it's not like Touhou doesn't reference specific events that happen in real life that take place around the time that the games get released. Touhou 9 is all about World War II and the 2005 earthquakes and natural disasters that were happening at that time. 2005, which was also Touhou 9's release date, or release year. Heck, Touhou 8 straight up references NASA and the Apollo moon landing of 1969. When one of the main concepts of your franchise revolves around the real world being an actual place in canon, you gotta make use of it. In some form or fashion. Alright, well, I know I have like 1 point of health left, but I'm saving my spell cards specifically for using Chen. Because I want to use Chen. Well, if I got my cards right, I probably won't need it. I just jinxed myself, didn't I? That was a weird sound. Oh god! Oh. I guess we'll just have to use Chen then. Okay. Ran Yakumo Plus. Whee! Her dash is so awkward and weird. Activate it again. Chen! Oh. Where's Chen? Where is the Chen Meister? I want to see Chen. Where is she? Where is she? Yeah, Chen isn't showing up for some reason. Oh, wait. Ran Yakumo Plus. Oh, I had to do it the opposite direction. Okay. Go, Chen! Yeah! She's spinning. She's spinning. And she's still spinning. Get her, Chen. You can do it. My little Kato. She's so adorable. Chen has the most adorable sprite in this game. And she's also super tiny.
Go, Chen! Do it! You could do it!
You could do it, silly. She's so teeny.
Get her, Chen!
Yeah, Chen got her. Good job, girl. She's still spinning. Oh man, you make Mama Yukari proud. Meanwhile, Ran in the distance is just taking a picture. That's my girl. That reminds me of that one gif I found of a Ran Yakumo cosplayer, which, by the way, having all 9 of those tails look good is a great achievement. But it's a Ran Yakumo cosplayer, and it's a little kid who's cosplaying as Chen, and the Ran Yakumo cosplayer just hugs the little Chen, and it's so adorable. It's like a mama and their child. It's so cute. I think I have it saved on my PC somewhere. Hakure Shrine, a shrine that exists at the edge of Gensokyo. The feast was much larger than the previous ones. It was because both Suika and Yukari, who were normally not present, were there, so it's larger in the sense that two more people have showed up. Okay. In addition, there was a miraculous gourd. Since the party's sake had been stolen, everyone was high-strung. Yukari and Suika barged into the party, and everyone agreed that Yukari's sake was acceptable. The situation was immediately put under control with money. Well, that makes Reimu very happy. Yukari stole everyone's sake because she wanted Suika's treasure, the Ibuki gourd. Yes, the gourd that never runs out of sake. That's a cute picture. I like Marissa's face. She's just like, give me this sake! Gimme! Amazing! That gourd pours out as much sake as you want.
Let me look inside that, does it?
You could use that as an alcohol lamp. Everyone was entranced by the magical gourd that poured endless amounts of sake, so much so that Romelia is dripping it on the ground.
Huh? There's no more. Whoa, what are you doing? Don't dump that, what a waste.
No worries, we'll just use the gravel as drainage.
It'll keep on flowing, eh?
Suika.
Ah, you can't do that. The tilt is on.
Tilt?
In order to stop it from spilling, you can't pour more than 1 gourd's worth of liquor at a time. After that, you put the cap on and...
Ah, I hear something.
See? It filled up right away.
Ah, okay. So that's the logic. Hey, don't pour that. Such bad manners.
But it just got interesting.
Yes, I have been watching Friends a lot. Oh my gosh! The teeny Chen! The little teeny weeny Chen! Oh my gosh, I need to see this in a better view. This is adorable. This is too adorable to pass up on. Yes, look at this. Look at the adorableness that is teeny Chen. Look at her. Look at her! She's so teeny! And there's Ran going to hug her. Oh my gosh! It's exactly like the GIF! Alright, now I need to find it. Now I need to find it. Where is it? Where is it? I'm pretty sure I have it on here. But yeah, that's the most adorable thing. Chen is so gosh darn happy. I found it. Here it is. Alright, can I transfer it on here? No. Okay. Let's see, what if I... no, can't do that. Image, yes, browse. That's so cute. She's so adorable. I like Chen. I like cute things, and Chen is very, very cute. Okay, there it is. There's the GIF. There's the GIF. It's adorable. I don't know where this came from. I found it on Google, but my gosh, look at this. It's so cute. We'll watch it from the beginning. But also those tails. Those tails are so adorable. I don't think it's 9 tails. I think it's 9 tails. It looks like 7. But yeah, the little Chen's a child, and she's the baby of Ran. Oh, so cute. That hat is also really well made. I don't know, just cute things always get to me. It's so adorable. Just like Chen here. Chen is so cute. And Ran too. Just how they both love each other. Okay. That was too good to pass up on. Speaking of which, the reason I'm still bent on teeny Chen over there. Speaking of which, the reason you gave earlier, it's not that, is it? These pickled vegetables are good. These are from the shrine, or these are the shrines. But really, that gourd is amazing. Isn't it? That's why I tried to draw her out. Since when have yokai have been such good liars? Yeah, Yukari really drove Suika out just so she can stop with the feast, with the constant feast. Also, I also just noticed that Yomu's ghost half Mion is carrying her sword. It has the sword strapped onto it. Wow, this drawing has so many great details. I love it. And there's a Shanghai to the left too. This gourd, known as the Ibuki gourd, didn't look like anything special. In fact, it looked less than average, but it had an amazing ability that set it apart. It was an Oni's tool. Why a gourd of all things? That's obvious. There's a marble in the middle. Hey, this isn't Ramun. That's not what I meant. I was wondering why it wasn't a sword. Sword? What are you talking about? You don't pour sake from a sword? I mean, that would still be pretty cool though. Hey, swords are used for cutting things. This sword, forged by yokai, wait, what was the saying? The things this sword cuts, forged by yokai, is next to none. Gosh, I need to memorize that line. That's such a good quote. There's no need for anything to come out of a sword. Oh, except for blood. A sword. Isn't that what they use to kill a sake toying monster after luring him out with sake? I think she's talking about the tale of Orochi, Yamato no Orochi, and how he was slain by Susanoo after he got the Orochi drunk. Yeah, that's probably it. Ah, there it is. Aha, I'm Susanoo. Oh wow, Yukari is Susanoo and Suika is the snake. Oh my gosh, that means the connection between her and Revan make even more sense. We just need to get Revan drunk and turn him into a snake, and then I, as Yukari / Susanoo, can cut him down. It has been prophesied, it shall happen. Both this feast and the feasts that have been going on were most likely fading away. This party, the largest of them all, will go on until the end. No one other than Yukari understood why these feasts were becoming less frequent, so nobody ended up learning about anything relating to Suika. The Ibuki gourd and Suika were both things that shouldn't exist in Gensokyo anymore. In the eyes of harmonious Gensokyo, foreign objects were nothing but strange. It was good for Gensokyo, which had been isolated for so long, to suddenly experience a huge influx of foreign things. That's why the gourd wouldn't pour more than one cup at a time. Just like power, if Suika's power kept on manifesting itself unchecked, sooner or later it might trigger its own failsafe, so the whole mist had to stop eventually. Ending number 2, Yukari's, and this is the second ending? Wow. Okay. So I guess that makes it the most canon. Or at the very least close to being the true canon. Rainbow's was like ending 3 or something. How bizarre. I don't know which endings you're supposed to get first, or if any of these endings are canon compared to the others. But yeah, we finished Yukari, and now we have the final character, Suika. Gather dreams, visions, and pandemonium. Suika Ibuki. All of her abilities are either dense or sparse. Fascinating. Alright. Well, before we do Suika's story though, let's watch the video that we were going to watch yesterday. Which I was supposed to show off at the beginning of this live stream, but, you know, wasn't able to, so, alright. Now I need to find it again. Yuyuko versus... Oh wait, no. Reimu versus Yuyuko. I was supposed to show... What the heck is with that Yuyuko face? What is that? Okay, I might just need to actually just show this off. I think this is it. Yeah, okay, yeah. Look at that Yuyuko face. The third video. Yuyuko fandom versus canon. I do like that YouTuber though. I'm probably gonna watch that later. Oh, and also the second video is the fan-made Touhou anime, which I will go about watching eventually. See, that doesn't have any copyrighted material, so I can actually do a reaction to those. I might pull Revan or someone else into those reactions when I get to them, though. Mostly because I have seen the first couple of episodes, so it's not going to be new for me. And also, you know, I know Touhou, so I think it might be fun to get someone else to watch them alongside me with a reaction video. Maybe either Revan or Druid. Or just those two. Yeah, that'll be fine. Alright. But Yuyuko versus Yukari, or not Yuyuko versus Yukari, Reimu versus Yuyuko. Let's watch it. So last we left off was around here. After the battle against Yomu, Reimu got to Yuyuko. Let's just make sure it's at high quality. There we go. Don't want it to be too loud though. I am going to keep a close eye on my stream on my phone just to make sure it doesn't crash. It tends to crash whenever I use Firefox or whenever the bitrate is extremely high. I've come to realize that that might be the reason as to why I've had that many crashes. I've also gone into my OBS advanced settings to make sure that everything is set to low quality yet better compatibility. Like encoding is set to super fast and all that. Yeah, this is around the point where it stopped. I believe I mentioned that Minus T, the YouTuber who creates these, he's been doing really... He does really well with these animations. And he gets better and better as they continue, to the point where, like, 2 animations from now, it becomes Pixar quality. Near Pixar quality. Especially the fact that it's just one guy making this. It's really impressive. And great music choices, too. Ah, that first spell. I remember having a difficult time with it despite it being pretty easy. It's simple. It's simple and easy, but I just had a horrible time with it. It was probably my reflexes. One thing about this attack, though, the lasers. It's not really an attack you can translate to 3D all that well, because the lasers are supposed to be flat and you can't actually go through them, but Rainbow goes through them in this animation. I think that's a good solution, but yeah, it would be difficult to translate into 3D other than it just being like that. And here comes the giant fan hitbox. It's so huge! So cool! So cool that even Reimu's impressed. I love the expressions too. The characters are emoting and having actual emotions. And heck, in this animation, Yuyuko is pushing her back. Get away from that cherry tree! This was a fun attack. It's all about streaming, and at some point you also gotta misdirect it. Fantasy Seal Blink. I believe that's what that spell card Reimu is using. Or is it Fantasy Seal Spread? I think it's Fantasy Seal Spread. Oh, the butterflies! The butterflies are done really well here. They move like actual butterflies. They're so cool. Oh, and the bubble bullets are also aimed as well. Persuasion needles. Just trading each blow. The little smirk that she had when she was twisting the knives. I actually thought I would have much more trouble with the knives in my playthrough, but they were actually pretty easy to dodge through and find a safe spot. Now let me tell you what wasn't easy to dodge through. Swallowtail. Gosh, I mean, I get it. I get how Swallowtail works, and I found a solution as to how I could get through it, but man, is it tight. Is it extremely tight. I kind of feel like she used a cherry border there. At least it looked like it was a cherry border. And here's the cooldown time. The best part about the -T animations as well, or another great part about these animations, is that he also incorporates the fighting game movesets. Because like Yuyuko used her spinning fan attack. And here's the lilies of Hagugokuro with the exact animation. Ah, the non-spell that you can't get hit by, otherwise you're a scrub on any difficulty. It's the skill check. I said it before, but the music is so beautiful. Oh, my favorite. Repository of Hirakawa. Not only was it a great spell in the game, one that I actually captured somehow, but this is so cool. Just the way the butterflies spread out. And the fact that they're spawned in like giant circular spheres. They're spherical! So cool. This is like the best incorporation of a dangerous yet beautiful battle. So well done. Alright, final spell. Just butterflies everywhere. You can even see like the little cherry petals all over the place as well. Also, this animation has the story going on too. The cherry tree is nearly complete. The seal's about to be broken, but of course, as we all know, it's Yuyuko's body that's the seal. And now that it's waning, she's losing herself. Great touch. Reimu just says fuck it though and uses Fantasy Seal to get rid of it. Definitely wasn't part of Yuyuko's plan though. I mean, she was oblivious to the fact that her body was the catalyst for this seal. And I guess even now, in like the current time, she still doesn't even know the true reason or what even is underneath the tree. All that she knows is that it's something that doesn't need to be messed with. But yeah, I still hold to the theory that this is like a fail-safe. For if the seal on the cherry tree were to ever wane in some way, or someone tries to break it, a fragment of Yuyuko comes out to attack them. Although this could just also be Yuyuko expending all the spirits, all the spring energy from the tree. Reimu's gotten hit during a lot in this battle. At some point with all these bullets and lasers, it just becomes like a disco rave. I mean, the music is fitting for the disco rave. Survive! This was extremely hyped, though. This was like the first time where Zune implemented a final spell card with any sort of cinematic storytelling, and it worked. And he got better and better as the games continued. Cherry border! You will not harm me. To be fair with Reimu though, the spell is incredibly difficult, and I don't blame her for wanting to use a cherry border. Or a bomb for that matter. Or getting hit. Like, I don't know how you can get through that spell card legitimately. I think in my playthrough, I'm pretty sure I got through half of it and then I just died once and said screw it. And that's as Marissa. With a slightly larger hitbox compared to Reimu. But yeah, I'd like to see someone actually clear that final spell card, 80% reflowering, or whatever percent reflowering it is on Lunatic. I like to see someone clear that spell card on Lunatic without taking hits, without any bombs, and without any cherry border. As Marissa. I'm pretty sure someone has done it, but gosh, does that sound annoying. Well, that sucks, but you know what, Yuyuko? You still have Yomu. My work is done here. The shipping has been completed. Great animation. Well done. Well done, Majesty. And I love this remix of the credits theme too. And there goes the spring. DBU did the music for Ultimate Truth. DBU is a great band. They make a lot of rock-centric remixes for Touhou songs. Most of which are very in line with how they sound in the original games. But I gotta admit, their Ultimate Truth remix was very original. Definitely not like the DBU I know. But hey, they're good no matter what they do. And there she is. In Touhou 7, she wore a purple gown, a purple nightgown, because we interrupted her beauty sleep. And also the long hair. But that was Yukari. Minus T tends to reference characters, or reference the next animations that he's going to do. So yeah, here it is, Humans versus Yukari, with Reimu, Marissa, and Sakuya all fighting Yukari at the same time. It's a great animation. We will watch that probably later. Heck, we might watch it after we finish with the game. We'll see, we'll see. But for now, let's get back into Touhou 7.5. Alright, we got the last story. Suika Ibuki. Or as I like to call her now, Revan if he was a drunk lolly. I mean, pretty much is. Okay. I am happy. I am excited for this. Let's do this. Let's finally finish this game once and for all. Spectre, Gnome, and the different versions are dense and sparse. I think Gnome is her mini-me attack. She summons the mini-me's. So cute. So let's see. We have the Gathering Sign Mountain Throw, which is a grab. We have Drunk Sign Art of Onibring, which I think is also a grab and absorbs energy. And Oni Sign Missing Power. She grows. She becomes macro size. Or is it macro? Yes, macro size. Well, she's Revan, so we're obviously going to choose those ones. Gathering Oni Throw of Atlas. I don't think that's the that's the grab one. I think she just throws something. Drunk Dream Art of Gaki Binding. And Great Oni Missing Purple Power. You know what? We're gonna go with all missing power. Let's do this. It's probably a bad idea, but oh well. Oni Elimination of Space Illusion. So Suika's story revolves around all the characters coming to fight her. I guess it's everyone's final battle against her in just one story. Except Suika wins all of them.
I've been spotted already?
Cornered you at last. Are you prepared? And who are you?
I know all about you. I've been watching you for a long time. You're devoted to the cooking and cleaning duty for the feast. Good job, good job. However, no one noticed that. No one appreciates you.
Wouldn't you think that it's a little rude to start cleaning while the party is still going? Fair. Although that's more like Monika's party when you think about it. That's why I try not to let anyone notice when I clean. I won't have people worrying about me. That's how it should be. How very polite of you, Sakuya. By the way, who are you?
Aren't you the one who came to me?
I was brought here by a troubled person.
Lies. You're probably tired of cooking and cleaning, aren't you?
Well, I'm gonna clean up your act. Ooh, she throws a lot of bullets. Alright, so where's the mini-me's? Where is the mini-me's? Well, she has a very small magic meter. Also her dash. Whee! Whee! That should not work. Sakuya! Give me a hug! Oh dang, she just slaps her gourd on the ground. Impressive. Mini-me's! Get him, minis! Get him! Oh no, the minis died. They died protecting me. I will not forget them. They shall always be known as Mini-Me 1, Mini-Me 2, all the way up to Mini-Me 50. After that, I'll just stop counting. She has a lot of attacks. As per usual with fighting games, the final boss ends up being a very powerful character when you use them. A lot of great moves, a lot of great coverage. Jeez, that fire attack threw her out of her wow, that threw her out of her animation too. We could just throw Sakuya out of that animation. Wow. I don't think we'll be seeing checkmate. Or checkmate. Dang. Onis are powerful, I guess. It's in the lore.
Weakling humans? Weakling humans, don't ever think you can match us, Oni.
Match Oni? Us?
Now, everyone is waiting. It's about time for you to return.
How vexing.
They're waiting for dinner to come.
Now get back in the kitchen, Sakuya. It is your role, it is your job. Oh wow, this is a interesting song. I think this is like the only time it plays.
I thought I'd be able to play a bit more.
Who are you?
Alice. Really, nothing else is on your mind?
I don't know who you are, so it can't be helped. By the way,
Oh yes, I know all about you.
I've always been watching. She watches all the time.
You only talk to humans at the feast, and no one else. Do you wish to be human? Or maybe you don't want to be too involved with anyone who is stronger than you.
Ooh, interesting, Alice.
But you don't understand that those humans are the scariest of all. How pitiful.
Maybe that just means I am the bravest of all. Rather, those people are acting like yokai. Therefore, you make fun of them. And who are you? What is this place?
It seems that's all you can say.
Since I saw you appear before my eyes suddenly, it can't be helped, can it?
Lies. You eventually realized true solitude by yourself, didn't you?
Realized true solitude by yourself. Alice has always been such an interesting character. Not just because she's, you know, great design, fun personality, but because she has an interesting dilemma revolving around her. She likes to spend time around humans, aka Marissa, but she doesn't really like to interact with yokai, even though she is a yokai magician. A yokai magician who used to be human. Jeez, that fireball move? Or that black hole move that spans into multiple fireballs? If you can get that to hit the enemy point blank, that does a lot of damage. Point blank, specifically. She got a booty bounce, or she got a booty stomp. Gosh, that sound effect. Get it! What other moves do you have, Suika? Get over here! I'll never get tired of Suika walking around.
Don't you think that magic on that level can match an Oni?
Too strong. And what is that power? Well, I mean, she wasn't even using her full power, Suika. Alice never uses her full power.
The usual feast is already about to start.
For now, I'll grace it with my presence.
I think it'll start regardless of whether you're there or not.
Ouch. Again, Alice is a very interesting character. You can't really pinpoint her personality down pat, but she's always entertaining to see and learn about. She has a lot of material, at the very least, to make use of. Not just with her being in the PC98 games, aka Touhou 5, but also being a returning character in 7, this game, and 8 as well.
Have I been spotted again?
Yes, by the person who likes to slash things. You've been found by the hash-slinging slasher! Who the heck are you?
So annoying already. Every second word is who or where.
It was the first word, though, and I haven't asked where yet. And where is this place? Dang it, Yomu.
See, that was the second word. I really do know all about you.
I've always been watching you. She's like the ultimate stalker. Oh, now I get what that Shiki Iki song, Convict Yamazana do? Yeah, that fan-made song with Iki as the character, the judge of Gensokyo. Now I get what her whole judgment on Suika was all about. She stalks everyone. It actually makes sense now.
You've been teased by everyone at the feast, eh? Ah, how pitiful.
Yeah, I mean, Yomu gets drunk, Yomu dances. It's hilarious.
But while you were participating in the feast, little by little, you were investigating me. I can't stand it.
Investigating you?
I was just a little uneasy because of that strange mist that thickens every time there's a feast.
Wait, are you the one behind that?
Even if the sword tip is sharp, it seems its wielder isn't.
But that's because Lady Yuyiko and Lady Yukari only say bizarre things I can't understand. Okay, yeah, this is like the line I've always remembered. Yuyiko and Yukari are so complicated and they like to troll all the time that every time they speak to each other or just anyone in general, it's always super contrived and convoluted. So Yomu has just eventually stopped paying attention to those two and just became empty-headed. She just became a simple person at that point. And I think it was here that it first started.
Ah, don't trust what Yukari says. Her very existence is fraudulent.
I mean, she says your existence is fraudulent. At the very least, your existence here in Gensokyo. Whee! She just like dashes backwards. It's a reverse lean. She's not only Reverend, but she's also Michael Jackson. Suika's really fun. Mini-me's! Go! Go, my mini-me's! Mini-me's are great. The mini-winnie Sunikas. Get her, mini-me's! Oh, you have a second you? Well, I have 50 me's! The 50 me's failed. We're doomed! Well, that does arc, so it's not always gonna hit. It's always this spell. It is always the double pain. It's always double pain. It's always Marissa's love spells. You know what they say. Pain is without love. And we can't get enough. Okay, wow. She took out a whole health bar. I'm prepared. Oh, wow. They got prepared first. I was gonna use my flamethrower. Alright, yeah, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this, Mion. Get out of the way. If I can attack Yomu, Mion won't materialize, so... just gotta keep attacking. And staying away from Mion himself. Or herself. Like, technically it is still Yomu, so Mion isn't a he, it's a she. It's weird, I've always associated Mion as a male figure, but that's technically not true. Takes my gourd. Alright, missing purple power, let's do this! I am Big Suika. Oh. Well, not as big anymore. She's purple, she grows, she's drunk all the time. Yeah, she really is just Revan. Now, if Revan likes watermelon, then it is pretty much a perfect match. Her animations. I'll never get enough of Suika. Onis in general tend to be like the best characters in this franchise. And there are a couple of Onis that do show up. Can I actually grab them with this? This is the grab. Oh, it's not the grab, but it's more like a punt. Whee! Yeah, it's not a grab. Would be cool if it was a grab. Get it! Get it! Wow! That does some serious damage.
You're weaker than Yukari. How boring.
Yukari isn't really that weak.
Why is the sword's reaction strange? Looks like this was its first experience to an Oni.
Ooh. Apparently someone pinged me. Oh. I will look at that later.
Oni. An Oni. The feast is already starting. If you don't go, the Shrine Maiden might become the butt of their jokes.
Well, someone needs to. Hey everybody, look at Reimu. She's poor. And then instant fantasy seal. No, even worse. Persuasion needles right up the butt. I'm pretty sure that was a Walfus joke at some point.
Jeez, I keep being found out. Where did you come from? I'm Suika Ibuki. I was here since the beginning.
So why so much racket in the first place?
I've been doing the same thing over and over here for the past 3 days. I'm sick of it. But I know all about you. I've always been watching you and everyone else in the world. You always look so bored at the festivals. You never say much, so it's like people forget you're even there.
Wow, that's a sad existence. I feel sorry for her.
But it's really the thing you look forward to the most, right? Aw. You're always lonely since you usually don't get out much. So it is curiosity that that finally brings you before me. Or maybe. Is it just a show?
So noisy, you. Being talkative is proof of irritability. And getting angry will get you beaten up in a fight.
Then that means the loser is the angry one.
Indeed.
That's too bad. I'm rather irritated.
That's an interesting character insight on Patchouli. She actually looks very much forward to the feast because that's her only times where she can interact socially with people. I mean, despite being shut-in, it's mostly just due to her poor health. You know, being a magician who doesn't have the best health due to multiple different unfortunate health conditions is kind of, you know, it's not her fault. Well, it might be. At the very least, the mercury poisoning might be her fault. My gosh, she has mercury poisoning on top of having horrible asthma, being anemic, and a vitamin D deficiency. Poor Patchouli. It's always the cool ones that have the worst health. And Patchouli is like one of my favorites just due to her concepts of being a mage and all the elements that she can use. Also, her spell cards are really fun to fight against. One of the few bosses that changes whenever, depending on the character that you play as. Wait, hello, dude. Hello, dude. Yeah, I know. While saying that, that made me think of you a little bit. She pretty much is just you then. I think I mentioned this in like a previous session, but yeah, I was trying to find like a character that fits you the most. Anyone who is related to like druidic tendencies, but I guess Patchouli really is the only one. I guess we'll count her wood element as that of being a druid in nature. Okay. Sounds good to me. But I do really like that. I like the little detail that she does actually enjoy socially interacting with her peers and friends. It's actually kind of cute. Especially since she acts very distant from everyone whenever she meets up with them. Now I am reminded of that one PV of her being shipped with Marissa, but it's actually super cute because Marissa tries to just get her out of her library because she genuinely cares about her and doesn't want to see her shut in all the time. Gosh, I need to watch that again later. Maybe I'll show it off in the stream at the end.
Don't think that such
pedestrian elementalism? That's an interesting term.
Don't think that such pedestrian elementalism can match us Oni.
Her wood, metal, and earth sign. Yeah, pretty much. Her 3 elements combined with fire and water. And sun and moon, depending on the weekday.
Oni. Well, the feast is about to start. Be a good girl and get back to it already.
I'll research all about Oni until next time.
Useless, useless, useless. There isn't any data. Go back to your library and be surprised already.
I am really excited to get to 10.5 now. Not just for the gameplay, but also for some plot reasons that I will not spoil because it is genuinely good stuff.
Jeez, it's getting to be more of a pain. I wonder if I should get beaten soon.
Like this game, the story is more linear than anything. You mostly just go through it for the interactions with characters. You know, once you play like one story, you get the gist of Suika and all that. And then it just becomes a repeatable offense every single time. It's the character interactions that really makes this game worth playing. Starting with the next fighting game though, the storylines get much more intriguing. And that's mostly because every single story is canon. So it all happens in like a congruent timeline. And you gotta figure it out on your own, and events happen, and characters' interactions actually are important as the story goes along. And then you get to like 14.5 where the story is like super cinematic and probably like the biggest twist in the franchise at that point. Oh gosh, I am really excited to get to those ones eventually, when the day comes.
Who are you? Don't tell me a brat like you is the culprit. It's nothing to brag about even if I win, does it? Take that back, I won't lose to you.
If you don't take this seriously, it won't be any fun for me either, does it?
I know all about you. You're no match for me. Weren't you the lively one at the feast? A lot more than when you were alone, that's for sure. Thanks to your liveliness, you became the organizer of the feast in my place. After all, it's not that unnatural if you're the one holding the feast.
Are you joking, Zet?
I'm the one who decided to have the feast. Getting everyone together makes it more lively, does it?
If you're going to go that far, why don't you come too?
Nobody's going to say you can't, Zet.
Oh, that's nice. An invitation.
That personality, just as I expected.
But first, I have to apprehend the criminal in front of me, Zet. I won't lose to you. there are only 3 times I get out for the animal shelter. Or, there are only 3 times I get out. For the animal shelter, my mother's issues, and food. That's fair. I also technically count as a shut-in at the moment, so, like, the only times I ever go out as well is to either go walk at the park, which has become rare recently because of recent medical issues, and also COVID being a thing during the holidays. So I kind of fell out of going for walks in the parks for a while. I need to get back to that. Going to walks at the park, going to the stores for grocery shopping, so I guess that technically counts as food. And any sort of doctor appointments or anything like that. Yeah. It also doesn't help that there's not really much to do over here. Like, besides the rare events that usually happens on holidays and stuff. I can't believe I actually dodged that. How did I dodge that? No, I blocked it. Okay. I was just goofing around with Suika's animation, and then suddenly I just don't get hit by Stardust Reverie. And there it is. Is this Stardust Reverie? This doesn't feel like Stardust Reverie. Or Reverie. Reverie? I never knew how to pronounce that. It's like Ori's universe. Is it Ori's? Is it Oriez? Is it Oreos? Is it Horez? I'm not sure. So is it Saphir or Saphir? Is it Zidane or Zidane? Is it Titus or... Well, it's either Titus or you're wrong. But why is it Squell? I thought it was Squall. No, it is Squell. Bonk. I want a bonker. Bonk! She just looks like she's fidgeting. She's happy to see you, oh my gosh! Oh, I actually did not mean to do that. Well, I used it. Might as well grow. Whee! So stupid. I like this. I like this ability. Even if it really isn't all that useful. But yeah, some of you may be wondering why I was saying daze at the end of Marissa's sentences. I think that's supposed to be like her speech pattern in Japanese. Like sometimes characters in Japan end up having their own vocal tics at the end of their sentences. One of the examples I'll always remember is Naruto, ending with his sentences usually end. His sentences usually ending with databayo, which doesn't really mean much, other than it just being a. I love that animation. Other than it just being like a vocal tic that he constantly says. Gracia in Samurai Warriors with her Nanoja. And many other examples. For Marissa, it's ze or daze. And it's just become a meme at this point that in like the Western fan base that Marissa just constantly says daze. Dragon Meteor, what the heck is this? What? Oh, wow. I've never seen or heard this spell before in anything else. It's kind of reminiscent of her Blazing Star, which is an ability she'll get later on. This is really difficult to hit, though. Oh my gosh, it's going on fire! There's a laser that's coming out of the planet! Oh gosh, there's a ley line! And now the New World Order is summoning the dragons. They will defeat Joka and enact the apocalypse. Dragons in the Touhou franchise are very revered as a honored species. Wow, she didn't have much health for that though. Cool attack, Marissa. I will give you that. Huh, how boring. That's what you would say. I wouldn't say that. What did you expect? We'll keep the festival going until you show up, so just come whenever.
So the feast will continue.
Anyway, I'm heading back. After all, it won't do good for the feast organizer not to show up.
Do your best to make it nice and lively.
Alrighty, Suika. Oni elimination of Western Devil. So near, yet so far. Semi-final stage. So we haven't even gotten to the final one.
It's been a while since I came to Gensokyo. How many more feasts will there be until people notice my powers?
I mean, they already have. Marissa pretty much came here saying that exact thing.
Actually, the opponents are too weak. I'm starting to get a bit bored now.
Yeah, Oni are also pretty powerful. Oh, it's Remilia. I was expecting Yuyuko for some reason.
So you're the one covering Gensokyo like it's yours. Oh, welcome. So you're this week's guest.
Yes, both lollies. The lolly battle.
I don't know who you are, but I won't allow your rudeness here. I know all about you.
Oh yay, they chose the good song.
You're always so selfish at the feast. Maybe you're just selfish after all the time. In reality, you were always concerned about my presence. Well, even though I was spread out pretty thinly. Still, you didn't make a move because...
What are you talking about?
You actually wanted someone else, a human, to notice.
Yeah, Remilia knew all along.
Of course, yokai hunting is a human task. But you were a little worried, right? Everyone else is so slow, so I couldn't stand it. Lies. It's because you thought I was too strong. Because you thought humans would be no match for me.
Ah. Suika's story does give some interesting insight on some of the characters, at least. Alice wanting to retain her humanity while also not interacting with too many strong folk, probably because of her insecurities. Patchouli, despite being a shut-in, actually wanting to interact and be social with people and genuinely enjoying it. And Remilia having this concern while also still trying to play the charismatic card. But no, she has her charisma break. You gotta love Suika's animations. Heartbreak. So if this is the actual Spear of Gungnir, does that mean Remilia took it from Odin? Although, ouch! Yeah, that does still attack from behind. Although I think there is a theory that the Spear Gungnir that Remilia summons is actually a fake. Or at the very least, it's just a spear of energy that she likes to call the Gungnir. She is the type of person that would do that. Mini-me's! Now, whether or not Flandra's spear is actually Lavatine, well, that's up for debate. Heck, I don't even know what Lavatine even is. In, like, previous translations, it was known as Leviathan, but it's supposed to be Lavatine. You know, sometimes I end up looking at the corner of my preview window, and I see the gif of Marissa just shaking and twerking to the music. And it's high active music like this that just makes it so worth it. Wow. Suika doesn't really have that many great abilities to attack someone in the air. Oh gosh. Can I get her? Oh, I wanted her to jump into it. Ooh, that was a dive kick. Yeah! Oh my gosh. That's so cool. Can I kill her with it? Yeah! Aww. Well, I mean, I technically didn't lose a player life. It's more so just the health bar. Yeah! Yeah! Aww. Yeah! Aww. Come on, she only has 1 point of health left. I want to do with the dive kick. Oh. Alright, well this is the attack that made me lose a life with Yuyuko. Not a fan. This pretty much just is her version of Scarlet Meister, but in a fighting game sense. Man, Scarlet Meister. One of the hardest spells in Touhou 6 outside of Emerald Megalith. Although Emerald Megalith is only difficult if you have max rank in that game. She has another spell. She has red magic! It's the Scarlet Gensokyo. Wow, they straight up just called it the red magic. This is just her final spell from Touhou 6. And it's a unique version of red magic, I'll give it that. Oh, she summoned the black hole. Go, Fireball! Alright, so the bullets aren't detectable until they grow. Interesting. I'll admit, it's a cool way to incorporate red magic. Oh my gosh! The blood is everywhere! Well, joke's on you, Remilia. The moon can't be scarlet in this world. Mwahaha. Alright. That was cool.
Not yet. Your power isn't even close to that of an Oni.
I'm out of time today. I heard Sakia calling from the feast.
Right, the feast will begin now. You better hurry.
I'll beat you next time.
How obedient. Well, only on that point.
So I guess we're fighting the final boss now. But if it's not Shuika, then who will be the final boss? Well, oh, Shuten Doji. Shuten Doji Oni Extermination. They reference Shuten Doji of all people. I think that's what Suika is supposed to be based off of, at least. She's also supposed to be based off of the 4 Devas of the mountain. And the 4 Devas are actual characters in the series, although we've only encountered 3 of the Devas. 1 is still missing, sadly. But yeah, I believe Shuten Doji is the master of those Devas, so Suika probably isn't based off of Shuten Doji specifically. But she is based off of his underlings. Anyways, Reimu's the final boss. Of course it is. It's always Reimu in these fighting games.
You're the one. You did this, didn't you?
You're the one creating this mystic fog.
Well, it's just about time to stop playing around.
You're acting weak all of a sudden. Well, you're the culprit, right?
I really didn't expect everyone to be this slow. I wanted to gather everyone to make a feast. The fog, your turkey. You're turkey in a bed mir.
Feast? What does that have to do with it? Wow, everyone really is slow.
See, even though it's been a long time since we Oni left Gensokyo, I never thought we'd be forgotten.
Oni have been gone for a long time now. You can't fool me with lies like that.
Me? Lie? Get real. We Oni never lie to humans. Only humans tell lies.
Are you sure about that? They don't.
Wink.
Well, maybe a little. So the beans are a lie, apparently.
But it's not the lie itself that we hate. You're a human who doesn't trick others. I knew all about you people. I've always been watching you. All the feasts, and even at other times, you were incredibly honest and impossible to get a hold of. What were you really thinking?
I mean, she was just vibing. That's Reimu's mood in general. She's just a vibe.
I wasn't really thinking of anything exactly. I wonder if you had bad experiences with lies before. Anyways, I really have to punish you a little now. Ah, nice. It might be nice to give the victory to the honest one. But first, I have to show my respect to you, since you came all this way.
Oh, thank you. Wait, that's kind of strange. Oh, you know where this is going, Reimu.
So, the power of the Oni, lost from Gensokyo, the power to gather. Let it soak into your body and pull out the memories stuck into humans long ago.
Let's do it. So I guess Yukari has been constantly sending people to Suika in the hopes that someone would be able to defeat her. At the very least, make her tired enough for Reimu to defeat her. Oh, that must have been Yukari's plan all along in this storyline. It always leads back to Yukari. When in doubt, blame Yukari. Or, you know, give her the credit for solving something. Continuous fantasy orb. It's called Fantasy Orb in this game, but it's supposed to be Fantasy Seal. Or maybe it is Fantasy Orb. Is that another mistranslation from the TH crap translations? Probably. It will always be Fantasy Seal to me. It will always be Evil Sealing Circle to me. It will always be Acanthus. And Marissa will always be delicious. There's probably someone who will be watching these videos that has no idea what I'm talking about whenever I mention Marissa being delicious. And you know what? If they didn't watch the Touhou 6 playthrough, then that's fine. But that's just gonna be a meme forever now. Marissa is delicious, and apparently the black thing. And also she can thus, as opposed to the Acanthus. I still tried looking for that particular translation with those lines in it, but no luck. I guess it's just lost to the brink of time. Or maybe someone has a version of Touhou 6 with that translation. Either way, I can't find it on the TH crap program file. Oh well. Speaking of which, I'm going to use a different translation for Touhou 8, where a certain line that Marissa says, for people that know, they know. For people who don't, well, you're in for a decent surprise once we get to that game. But I'm going to use the translation that keeps that line in. Also because I don't want to play the game without it. And we all know I'm going to play as Marissa in that game. Although I might just play as every other character as well. Technically 8 playable characters, 4 teams. Why wouldn't I try out every single one of them? Wow. These go through the evil sealing circle. Nice. Yeah, Suika's pretty overpowered as a final boss character. Not bad. Did she just make a boink sound effect? Yeah, she makes a boink sound effect whenever she does that. Wah, 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 wah. Yin Yang King. No, you don't. No, you don't. I swear, if I, like, leaped right into the Yin Yang King, then that would have been bad. Power card. What a weird sign name. Come at me, Reimu. Come at me, Reimu. Illusionary Moon. Oh, gosh. This is her version of the Fantasy Heaven. Or Fantasy Seal Blink. Usually when Reimu surrounds herself with those orbs, it's not a good thing. Well, for the person that she's fighting against. Yeah, this is like a precursor to her Fantasy Seal Blink, which is her ultimate ability that is considered the ultimate cheat ability. It's so powerful that there are no limitations to this ability. Reimu becomes completely intangible to it, or she becomes completely intangible to any sort of attack or physical activity, and she continuously attacks with no time limit. No limitations, no time limit, and if it wasn't for the spell card rules, it would go indefinitely. Yeah, Reimu's a bit of a cheater when it comes to her abilities. Unnamed Mysterious Flying Shrine Maiden. That's... what was Yukari's last spell? Unmoving Perpetual Motion Machine? Something like that? Yeah, this kind of feels like it's referencing that. My gosh. But yeah, this is Reimu's version of the Pandemonium. And look at her Gohei. It's spinning. The Gohei is just spinning. Reimu. Reimu. Oh my gosh, she's just... I am just trapped. I am trapped. Get me out of here. Oh my gosh. That was hell. How do I do this? Well, that apparently. Oh my gosh, this is worse than Pandemonium. What the heck? And this is the easy mode version? How bad is this on normal? Her yin-yang orbs just got closer and closer to her. Get her! Get her! I can't do any physical attacks to her. She's just pushing me back. I can't do anything. Good thing I do a decent amount of damage, at least. Get her! Oh gosh. Wow. Yeah, so when I said Rainbow cheats, I wasn't kidding. Jeez, well, we did it! That was the final boss of the game. Certainly a final boss worthy of a Touhou fighter. Hakure Shrine, a shrine on the edge of Gensokyo. Cicadas forever waited until the soil, under the soil to burst out and cry. That's a good way to portray cicadas. Beasts and birds bellowed and chirped as if attempting to rid their bodies of heat. The summers of Gensokyo were so noisy. Yeah, it's noisy here too. The feasts, which had gone on for a long while, dwindled in number. Gensokyo was back to normal. An irregularity in Gensokyo was assimilated into society instantly. Don't know if that's a good thing. I think it's a good thing, thought Reimu.
This year is also hot. I don't want to sweep in such heat,
So I guess this really is the canon ending. Reimu defeats Suika, or at the very least, Suika stops the feast after fighting Reimu.
Guess I'll go get some tea. Tea's best for hot days. Also, there are a bunch of people I don't understand in Gensokyo. I don't understand her well either. What was her motive? I lost too. Well, she's come out of nowhere whenever I need grunt work done, and she brings sake with her. What a nice person. Aw.
So yeah, I guess Suika handles the cleaning in the shrine. No wonder Reimu keeps her around as a guest.
Although no one knows where Suika lives, she came to the shrine to play every once in a while.
But she was an irregularity. Was her assimilation due to Gensokyo or due to Reimu? I guess we'll never know. Aw.
It's so hot. Pour some water.
The little gourd is so tiny.
When'd you get behind me?
The water's over there.
I meant on me. Jeez, you treat Onis too harshly.
Alright, we're gonna dunk Suika in a bunch of water. All we need is a 3-foot tall bucket. She is very tiny, and she can make herself shrink and grow whenever she wants.
You keep on calling yourself an Oni, but I thought Oni left Gensokyo already, didn't they?
Yes, there were no Oni left in Gensokyo. There shouldn't be any left in Gensokyo. In the past, Oni and humans relied on each other extremely strongly. Their deep, trusting bond was known as kidnapping and extermination. Okay. Oh, that's the logic of the fear, I guess, that Oni needed to thrive in order to stay alive. I guess. But sadly, while the faces of humans did not change, their hearts did. Oni went away into their own world. And slowly, humans forgot about them.
True, my friends rarely show themselves in front of humans, but I love merrymaking and Gensokyo was just too attractive.
Merrymaking?
But I'd like just one sip of tea in peace and quiet once in a while. It'd be better if we showed ourselves more to humans.
No. No!
But it'd be pandemonium every night.
But I'd have to exterminate Oni every night. Right now, what Oni possessed which humans lacked was probably sincerity. I guess I never tell lies. The Onis abandoned the lying humans. Suika lacked a certain amount of truthfulness, and so she was an outcast. Oh, okay, so not even she belonged with the other Onis. And that's why, even though she was an irregularity, they soon got used to her. She finally found a place where she belonged, apparently. Even though Oni and humans originally established a reliance upon each other in the form of kidnapping and extermination, Suika had a chance to return her friends to Gensokyo, but she failed. So this was all a ploy in order to get Oni into Gensokyo. Oh, that must be what all the feasts were for. Constant pandemonium. It would be alluring to all the Onis. She wanted all the Onis to come to Gensokyo so that they can reunite with the humans again. Interesting, okay. So that was her goal all along, but it failed. She failed because she needed to kidnap humans, not just entrance them. Was it because she was too immature, or was it her optimism? Or rather, was it because she was just a little bit insincere? The real reason was Reimu's power. No one noticed that. Reimu's power, huh? Her power to be sincere and vibe. I wasn't making it up. Reimu has a sort of sixth sense where whenever she just goes with the flow, things will work out for her. It's kind of like this special ability of hers. Ending number 1, Suimuso ending. So I guess that is the canon ending to the game. Suika's plan failed thanks to Yukari bringing everyone into her little dimension. And at the end, Reimu solves the incident by being so sincere that it wins Suika over. Well done, Zune and the main staff of Twilight Frontier. This was I was gonna say this is a decent game. It is. I give them the benefit of the doubt that this was their first attempt. Also, big shout out to Alfs. He unfortunately has gone MIA'd over the years after 2013, but he was the main artist for these games. Also, NKZ and U2, the sound composers for the remixes of this game, amazing job. Zune pretty much did, June Witch's Ball violin part. Oh, the violins for the Witch's Ball theme, Marissa's night theme, had actual violins. I think we have long forgotten them. The ones who have lived on this land far longer than us, that is. Hey, is it okay to enjoy these pieces? Zune. I did not know there was an excerpt in the ending. Thank you for playing. Hey! But yeah, I mean, this is a decent game for their first attempt. This is the first time they did a fighting game. I will give them the benefit of the doubt that this is fine. You know, it's not the worst thing ever. But there are definitely much better ones later down the line. And that is the end of Immaterial and Missing Power. All the storylines are finished. Let's see. If we go to CPU... Hey, there she is! So yeah, there's an extra character in this game that didn't have a story mode, but she was implemented in the versus mode. Hong Mei-ling, the Stage 3 character from Touhou 6. The guardian of the... and I guess Chinese girl, according to her title. I mean, that was her title in the last game, too. The gatekeeper of the Scarlet Devil Mansion. Fascinating. Okay. Let's try her out. Lights... Wait. Who am I fighting against? Dual CPU. Yeah, we'll do dual CPU. Rainbow Wind Chime and Colorful Mountain Crusher. And we'll fight Reimu. We'll show off one last battle with this game. So yeah, this is technically Gensokyo. 7 p.m. Hakurai Shrine. Hakugokido. Scarlet Devil Mansion Foyer. What song do I really like? I like Patchouli's theme. Scarlet Devil Mansion Library. I like the, day theme. Voila, the Magic Library. Yeah, good song. Alright, so Mei Ling is a pretty interesting character in the fact that her projectiles suck. She barely has any projectiles. She's a close combat character in the game that specializes in projectiles. Although, as we remember from Yomu, close combat isn't the worst thing. Ah, yes. Hong Mei Ling doesn't return in the next fighting game, Scarlet Weather Rhapsody, but she returns for the expansion 12.5 Hiso Tensoku, where she ends up getting her own story mode, and she's a pretty fun character in that game. I see like most of her moves in this game were incorporated for that as well. She has her dash, the stomp. Oh, she has the Hadouken! More like a Kamehameha, actually. It's pseudo Kamehameha. It's like, oh, it acts as like a barrier for projectiles. Alright, well at least she has something that can protect herself. It's pretty cool, actually. She has a lot of fun moves. Especially that aerial move. That aerial aura move, that's pretty good. Kick! She's a lot of fun, if a little bit unwieldy. Ooh, punch! One punch! I want to do the punch. I want to do the punch. Yeah! Oh my gosh, I actually got her. Colorful sign, rainbow wind chime. Let's do it. Yeah! That is a close one. That is a very close spell card. Yeah, I really like Hong Mei Ling now. My gosh, I had the wrong impression with physical attackers in this game. I thought close combat physical attackers were really bad in 7.5, but no, they're actually really fun. I'm gonna have a lot of fun playing as Yomu in the next game, and eventually as Hong Mei Ling too. Huh? The range on the hitbox for that punch isn't that great. Okay, that can only hurt them when they're on the ground. You got it. Oh my gosh, what the heck was that? What was that animation? What the? She does like a dance. She does like a breakdance move. What the heck is that? What is she doing? Mei Ling, you got it going on apparently. She dancing. You know what? That should be a meme too, along with Marissa twerking. You know what? I'm gonna make that happen. There's a practice room. I can do that easily. I think I know what GIF I'm gonna be using for the next session. But yeah, Mei Ling is pretty fun. Haha, I knew you were gonna teleport. Does this work in the air? No, it doesn't. Can't tell if that breaks guards, but it doesn't matter, it's still powerful. Haha! Yeah, Mei Ling is a lot of fun. It's kind of sad that she didn't get her own storyline, although she probably would have been really difficult to use against Suika. I can see it now, yeah, she would have to be really close to battle against Suika. With you, I don't feel like I've won. I know, right? That's what everyone feels like. Alright, that was a lot of fun. I was pleasantly surprised. I was surprised by Mei Ling, of all people. Yeah, we played through every single character now. I call that finished. We are now done with the game. I'm glad to finally be over with this one. So, let's see. What can I show off for the end of this game? There's not really much PVs for Immaterial and Missing Power. There's one involving Suika, but it's a little risky. So I don't know if I should show it off. You know what? I mentioned it. Let me show off the Patchouli Marissa PV. If I can find it. I recently watched it, so... Ah, there it is. But is it the version that has subtitles, though? English subs? Okay, well apparently this has English subs. Alright, I know what we're gonna show off then. Huh, you know, sometimes I forget that there's like a preview whenever you hang on to the menu. Alright. I will probably never touch this game again, except for the practice mode, doing that mainline GIF. And yes, I am going to make that a GIF now. That and maybe the Suika animation too. The one. Just so I can have multiple GIFs to use. That'll be fun. Alright. Show this off. This will be the last thing we do for this stream. Okay, there we go. So this is Cool & Create's version of Locked Girl, Patchouli's theme. And this is one of my favorite PVs of all time from Touhou. And I do really, I'm not one for shipping in this franchise, unless it's a really, 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 really cute ship, like Hekate and Junko in some fashion. And Marissa actually has a lot of shipping material. There's her and Alice, there's Marissa and another character we'll meet later on in Touhou 10, and Marissa and Patchouli. And this is pretty much a Marissa Patchouli video, so let's get into it. I also really, really, really love this song. Is it gonna get me copyrighted? Beat Mario. Oh well, I'll remove the section of the video if it ends up getting me copyrighted. This is also the same person who created the Night of Nights song. Is it the Night of Nights song? I think it was Night of Nights. Yeah, Beat Mario was Night of Nights, I believe. I think he also sung this too. The artwork is so great too. So yeah, Marissa is basically just trying to get Patchouli out of the library. No matter what. Because she cares about her. It's a cute ship until you remember. The first three bosses just working together. Ramilia T-posing, or Rumia T-posing. Yeah, you guys really think you're gonna be a match for Marissa? Nope. Oh, unfortunately this isn't translated. I'm a shank ya. No you're not. Zawarudo! I just realized that this is also a remix of Marissa's theme too. It's a mix of both Patchouli and Marissa's theme. I love it when they do that with these songs. This is the sweet part. Aww. You know, sometimes people do that. You don't need to worry about it anymore. Don't care about me. I'm not worth it. No, you are worth it. And I'm gonna make sure you know that. It's always sad to see people act like that, but in reality, all they need is just a little bit of help.
perpetually just needed the little push. They're really cute together. And you know what? We did establish that Patchouli, despite acting very standoffish to everyone, really does enjoy interacting socially with them. With events like the feasts. So I feel like, you know, this could actually be seeped into canon in some form or fashion. I feel like it's cute enough to do that. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. That's one of my favorite PVs, and man, so good, so good. I love it. Besides that, I don't really have anything else to show in terms of Suika or Touhou 7.5. I mean, I guess I could show that PV off. Let's see. Ibuki. I think it's Club Ibuki. It's really cute. It is a really cute PV, nonetheless. Doesn't really have any English subtitles, though. Yeah, I tried looking for some English subtitles recently and couldn't find any. Oh well. Okay. I'll show this off just because. I mean, we might as well get a little bit of Suika at the end after all. Is this gonna get me copyrighted as well? You know what, screw it. It's Iosis, it might. But like I said, I'll probably just remove it from the stream if it does. And usually when I play copyrighted content, the stream does tell me ahead of time if I look at the analytics. Alright, I think we're good. As you can already tell, it's gonna be a cute one. Oh, there is! There is subtitles. Demystified feast and missing power. She just opens up a club for alcohol. Definitely a little bit risque, but doesn't matter. The music is good. And of course it's Reimu and Yukari. No skill. You realize Suika is just the Japanese word for watermelon? You're calling yourself a watermelon. Hey, here's sprites. Just called her the Gap Lady. Drunk Reimu and drunk Yukari is adorable. Too much money. Nope. Funny PV. Yeah. Hey, there's the other Oni in the background, which we will meet later on. Yeah. It's that type of vibe that old Touhou music used to have, or old Touhou PVs used to have, and they were always super entertaining. It's those type of PVs that actually got me into the series. I mean, Bad Apple was the first one, and it just basically spiraled from there. Spiraled, similar to how Yukari is spiraling underneath Marissa as we speak. But that was a good session. We finished the game. So now, next time we will be playing through Touhou 8. But before that, I need to watch a certain movie
from a certain company, Studio Ghibli. The movie is called The Tale of Princess Kaguya, because that is going to relate very heavily to Touhou 8. And plus, I've always wanted to watch that movie ever since it was announced in 2013, or 2011, I think, was the trailer release. It's been a long time, and I've always wanted to watch that. So now this finally gives me a decent excuse to finally just sit down and watch it. And I own HBO Plus, or HBO Max, so I have the movie in my grasp. I will probably watch it on through Discord somewhere. I'll figure that out later. Either way, yeah. We will get to Touhou 8 sometime next week. I'm going to take a small break from Touhou for now, because we've gotten through like 3 games at this point. And multiple different sessions. We will now be focusing on Final Fantasy VII. And, well, let's see. I do have a couple of other games that I can also play as well. I know I also have Pokemon Scarlet, the Pokemon Scarlet Nuzlocke, but we will be holding that off for a while as well. But in other news, I have finally gotten my PlayStation 3 to work with my capture card, which means I can live stream and record PlayStation 3 games. And I think there is a certain game that I have always wanted to play for the channel, but never had the opportunity to, because PlayStation 3 emulators just do not work well with this game. And I am not sure whether or not I will be playing it today. It is currently 3 p.m., so by technicalities, I could just take a small break, get a bite to eat, and then start up another stream in in a little bit. Or maybe I'll just wait for tomorrow. I'll actually be pretty busy tomorrow. Well, actually, no, I'll be pretty busy for the weekend. So, you know what? Yeah. You know what? Okay. So what we're going to do today is we're going to end the Touhou livestream now. And we're going to take a small break. And in a couple of minutes, give or take 20, 30, maybe 40, we will start a PlayStation 3 game. Now, which PlayStation 3 game, I do not know. I will look through my list and we will figure that out. But let's just say it might be a Warriors game. So do look forward to that in a little bit. But as for Touhou, we will be streaming Touhou 8 next week. And hopefully we will be prepared for that. I need to do a little bit of a practice run beforehand, because I'm a little bit rusty when it comes to Touhou 8's campaign. And also, you know, watching Princess Kaguya. So, look forward to Touhou 8. With that further ado, with that out of the way, I'll see you guys later for some PlayStation 3 games.